Okay, that's the setup day. We are going to talk about our setup, our computers, and what we are using to be such a great game developers or be just game developers. Okay, so come on. Oh, by the way, today we are having AJ because, being honest, he is the master of our setup things. He always is choosing all the pieces, so probably I will be just the cameraman today. Yeah, so have fun, enjoy yourself, and maybe we'll show you something interesting.
Okay, so inside the PC case we have a CPU AMD Ryzen from generation 7. It's 3700X, so I can speed it up, I can change the volts on the CPU. I have like 32 gigabytes of RAM because I love using RAM. There is never something like too much RAM for me. I do all the code compilations, I use a lot of tabs on Chrome. I do everything I can to use all the RAM, and sometimes I can top out even the 32 gigabytes of RAM, so it's super useful for me. And I always loved using a lot of RAM. For the graphics card, I use NVIDIA RTX 2070 Super, and I think this graphics card is okay. It's not too cheap, it's not too expensive, and most importantly, it allows me to game in Full HD and even use 2 or 3 screens. Second PC we have for the graphics card NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660. I know it's worse. It's not that for the Nicki the computer is like worse quality. It just doesn't need to do all this workload. It also has only 16 gigabytes of RAM because there is not a lot of compiling on this PC, and it's mostly used for 3D art. And for the CPU, it's Ryzen from the 5th generation, 3600. So it's pretty good processor, but it's without X, so I don't change the voltage, and it's pretty good because I wouldn't want to damage Nicki's CPU. Okay, so let's move to the peripherals. In terms of peripherals, we both use SteelSeries, and that's because when I was young, I was going to the events known as, for example, Intel Extreme Masters, and there were a lot of professional players there, so I played a bit of StarCraft and Counter-Strike myself. In my old times, I had the highest rank in Counter-Strike, and I think the highest rank for me in StarCraft was like Diamond 1, I think. So also pretty high, but it's nowhere near Masters, right? So in terms of peripherals, I use the stuff that I saw that my favorite players were using. Keyboard is SteelSeries Apex 3. For the mouse, we use the Prime Wireless, also from SteelSeries. And for the headset, we use Arctis Nova Pro Wireless. And that's because we can easily change batteries in it. And that's actually pretty important for me, that I can change. Hey, can you show them the battery changing part? So we can easily change the battery in the docking station, so we don't need to charge our headphones, we can just change the battery, and that's honestly a game changer for us, because that way we always can use headphones. And can you show me now? And because we work a lot, and we work like, I don't know, think like 14 hours or even sometimes 16 hours without really a break, there's just no time to charge the headphones. And I love working with music, especially like high bass, high tempo, that keeps me awake. Okay, let's go to the screens. Okay, so for the Nicki's screen, we have a very good Yama monitor, so she can see colors very well and other stuff that's needed for 3D models and for texturing. And for the second monitor, Nicki uses Acer. That's like they're cheap. It was just the cheapest in the shop, so that's why we have it. So super cheap Samsung, super cheap Dell. And this Acer is actually a very old, like I think like 12 years old 4K monitor, but I don't really use it. Maybe you can actually show them that it's not even connected to the PC. That's this HDMI cable right there. Yeah, I think they see it. It's in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, it's not being used, and actually I'm not using this screen because it costs to pay for the electricity bill. And in Poland we have the most expensive electricity in whole the developed world. So I know for sure that we have the most expensive electricity in whole Europe. And I guess that means also we have more expensive electricity than, for example, in the United States. And that's why I actually don't use my first screen. But sometimes when I really need to, when I'm doing, when we are crunching, when we are making a demo or a new release, I just need to use all the free screens because I have a pretty high APM from playing StarCraft. So I have like, I don't know, 100 actions per minute, and I just need 3 screens so I can do everything. For example, on one screen there is some compiling going on or some testing, or for example, like a game is starting up. On the second screen I'm writing some prompts to ChatGPT, and on this screen I'm watching a tutorial that tells me what to do. So for example, even if I would to slice this screen in 2 halves, to have like my IDE and my ChatGPT here, it would still be not enough to just use 2 screens. So I think that's just on me that I have so high APM, and also I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, that I really sometimes, when I'm like super hardworking, I need 3 screens. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but all the screens are on special like North Bayou stands, and that's because before, when we had monitors standing on our desk, it all got super dusty and it was really bad for our nasal health. Yeah, it was bad for our nasal health.
Is that the cyberpunk? Whoa!
Maybe it is. Okay,
for me, it's
so another thing, if you can show them, this desk can actually move up and down.
I want to show you how cool is that desk, because he didn't really show you the whole potential of it. It's not that super small, it actually might be very high, to be honest. I think that's, yeah. And to me it's like really enough to have my spine in a better position to, you know, work like that. Oh, and by the way, in previous flat I had a treadmill and I was just walking while working, which was really cool, to be honest. So you want to show how I'm walking? I was walking while working.
And also what we like doing to keep ourselves informed, to keep ourselves fit, is we play a lot of VR. I have a very old VR, I think like 8 years old, or maybe like even 9 years old, HTC Vive. So that's for the cable to the headset. And here we have lantern stations, so the VR can understand where are we. Okay, so the next thing...
I can also show how he destroyed the ceiling.
Yeah, but I fixed it, I just didn't paint it yet.
No, he did not fix that, he still destroyed.
No, it's totally okay, but
oh, you can see that.
No, it's all okay, I just need to paint it.
It's not, oh, you can see, yeah.
Trust
ugly.
me guys,
Ugly.
it's all okay. Okay, so we are using the Cinegen studio lamps, and that's because we often end our work at middle in the night, and we still need to record some videos for you. And to record late in the night, it's not enough to use normal light, we need to use studio lamps, because when Nicki records herself, we want you to see how beautiful she is, and she needs light for that. It would look super crappy just using a normal lamp. Okay, so another thing we use to stay in form, to stay fit, because we work for like 16 hours.
The water. Stay hydrated. We also put some mint here. Beautiful.
Yes, so because we work like 16 hours without a break sometimes when we need to, it's important to stay healthy and to stay fit. So near my desk I also have this, I don't know how it's called, but it's like heavy rock, so I can use heavy rock. If you are curious, one of these heavy rocks is, I don't know, so like it's free, so it's like 12 kilos. I don't know how many pounds that is, but one of these is like 12 kilos, so they're pretty good to work out. And we also have a bar that we can use to like exercise. Okay, so we also have bar to exercise, and it's super cool because you can easily just hang on it, and it's like super good for my back to hang a bit.
Right now?
Yes, why not?
I'm showing you relax here.
No problem, no problem. Okay, and I also can like do something like this.
We also have some place to work out. It's not that easy to do it, but I managed somehow to... No, don't show like that. Oh my god, okay, it's the like easiest trick in the world, I think. Easiest, the most common. Anyway, I really enjoy that thing because I can have my spine more straightened, I think.
That's all from me, that's all the tech stuff. Maybe also you want to show this. We are using an air filter from Blue Air, and that's to stay healthy. Also, we both have severe allergies, so it's important for us to use air filter. Like all this stuff you see here is very super old. Maybe like the SteelSeries stuff is not very old because we were getting them, the mouses, we were getting them, I think, on the Christmas, so they have like only half a year. But all the like PCs and screens and stuff, it's super old because we are really using all of our budget on just making games. And if I can like buy a new pack with some code or shaders or models, I prefer to just get my game to be better instead of like upgrading my PC. That's working pretty well because if you listen to all the stuff that we use, I think that's a pretty high-end devices. And to be honest, it's nothing we can complain about. Maybe it's a bit old, but it works really well, so I don't really mind. So thank you, that's all the technical stuff, and that's all from me. Thanks.
I will show you something really quick. Come on, come here, come here, come here. You don't need to be shy. I also have two beautiful chairs. I mean, they're not specially for game devs, probably you can say so, but I like them, okay? That's my part. Look at that beauty. That is actually someone the most important in our room. Yeah, she's so cute. She's so cute in here. Who is so cute? Oh my god. By the way, we had a horrible night with them today because we have two mice and they just learned how to escape their cage, and she was just hanging around in the kitchen at 3 AM and I had to catch her. Yeah, unfortunately we had not the best cage for her. She's just still very small, so it is not that I can be very fast with her. Yeah. Oh, hello there. She also likes mint water from what you can see. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh.